Stella and the Sun Story. Once upon a time, there was a cute girl named Stella who liked to climb everything. She was going up on the chair. She used to climb on the table, and in short, she climbed on everything. She even climbed trees. Stella wanted to climb so high that she could catch the sun with her little hands. One day, Stella's parents took her to a very, very high mountain, even though Stella became very tired on the way. She was happy because she knew that when she reached the top of the mountain, she would be very close to the sun, and she thought that she could take it from the sky for herself. After hours of climbing, Stella and her mother and father reached the top of the mountain. But the sun was still in the sky and Stella could not reach it. That's why she turned to his father and said, "Dad, can we take the sun home with us?" Stella's father tried to take the sun, but after a little effort he said, "No, my hand does not touch the sun." But suddenly a thought came to his mind. He said to Stella, "Maybe if you sit on my shoulder, you will reach it." Stella sat on Dad's shoulders with her mother's help. When Dad stopped, Stella was closer to the sun. Stella stretched her hand and stretched until finally she was able to hold the sun in her hand. Stella smiled happily. Now she could take the sun home to keep for herself. But as soon as Stella put the sun in her pocket, everything got dark and it started to get cold. But it didn't matter to Stella, because the sun was in her pocket and it warmed her. Stella was so happy that she didn't notice any of this happening. After playing with the sun for a while, Stella said, "We have to go back home so I can show the sun to my friends and play together." A few hours later, when Stella and her parents arrived in the city, everyone in the city was sleeping. Because it was night, Stella waited for a few more hours, but still, it was not morning and no child came out of the house. All the houses were closed. All the flowers had faded and a cold wind was blowing. When Stella saw that the morning did not come, she put the bright and luminous sun in the drawer and fell asleep. A few hours later, he woke up with a sound. The children were singing in the street. They read one poem after another. It's dark everywhere. How cold the weather is. I wish the sun would return to the sky. Golden and bright sun. Where are you? Maybe someone came. He took you and put you in his pocket. Kind sun, come back to the sky. Stella quickly went to her friends and said, Guys, I didn't know that if there is no sun, it will be cold everywhere, and the trees will dry and the sky will be dark. Do you know where the sun is?" Children asked, confused. Stella told the story to her friends and showed the sun to her friends. All the children's eyes sparkled. All of them wanted to take the sun for themselves. But they understood that if they take the sun for themselves, the whole world will be dark, and it will never be morning again. That's why they said, "Stella, where did you get the sun? We have to put it back in its place." Stella showed the way and said, "Follow me." They walked and walked until they reached the top of the mountain. Then with their help, they threw the sun towards the sky. The sun turned and turned until it stuck to the sky again. In the blink of an eye, everything became bright and warm and the flowers revived, and the children happily started to play.